All right, guys, welcome to our last call of January 2017. Is that crazy? Wait, do we have a call next week? Wait, next Monday is the 30th, isn't it? All right, I may be going nuts. I don't even know what day it is, but bear with me because today I am super excited about our Diesel Nation call because you guys know that we have none other than Mr. Super Life himself, Darin Olien, who's going to be our special guest speaker. We're going to talk about what are his selling points for Shakeology. What would he say to a potential customer who's interested in Shakeology or even the Ultimate Reset, so that we can get better equipped on how to answer those questions and add value to our customers when they come with, well, I just want to lose weight, or I want to do this for 21 days and that's it. How we can keep our customers on Shakeology longer, which you guys know, number one, it is what's best for them, right? Can we all agree with that? And number two, it's what's best for our ability to coach them, right? Because if they're doing what we know works, then it's easier to coach them. And then number three, it's better for our business because Shakeology carries with it large volume. It is one of the few consumable products that we have. It is our best consumable product. It does wonders for our paychecks and for volume. So we need to get better. And that's why in January, or late December, when Becky and I came on and we did the end of year party for Diesel Nation, and we unveiled the Results Matter theme for 2017, and then gave you some scripts to help especially newer coaches kind of grasp this concept of adding value to Shakeology so that we can keep our customers on it longer, and then obviously have a better chance of converting them to a coach who loves our products, who's passionate about it, and then starts their own business, right? Isn't that the end goal? That we make them such believers in what we do that they then want to pay it forward. That is the ultimate goal. So before Darin comes on, I want to talk about the Team Cup because it is right now a critical time in our business. For those of you that are brand new coaches or fairly new coaches, I want to talk to you first. First and foremost, the Team Cup is a game changer for a lot of reasons. Number one, it gets you in the game, right? It gets you committed to doing something. Even if you're overwhelmed, even if you haven't figured this thing out yet, even if you don't even know where to start, it'll just force you into action, which is absolutely critical, okay? Number two, it'll get you results because you're teaming up with 4 other coaches. Traditionally, there's gonna be at least one coach on that team that has been in the business for a while that can help you through the process, that can share the tools that they've used to be successful, and that's gonna help you as well. Number three, it's gonna get you part of our community, which is so critical in growing your business, right? That you feel connected, that you feel supported, that you feel part of this, right? That it's just not some leaders that are doing things with their business, that we all come together. And it really starts now in this Team Cup environment. So here's what I want you to do. Join the Team Cup. It is that simple. If you don't have a team right now, reach out and find one, build one. We will help you get one going if need be, okay? But make sure you're on a Team Cup. You don't want to be on February 1st saying, oh, but wait, I want to join, because then it's going to be too late. I want you to act right now, tonight. Get on a Team Cup team. It is imperative. For those that have been in the business a while, you guys understand the momentum that we can generate in the month of February that will last us through May. Do you guys understand the importance of that? That because we are all on high activity levels in the month of February, that the month of March, April, and May, we are going to see higher volume, better results in our customers, more results because there's more people involved, better challenge groups, which all in all creates momentum, creates income, creates volume, creates rank advancements. Can we agree? I will never forget in 2015, which is going to lead me into another topic, but if he jumps on, I'm going to stop right there. In 2015, we took the momentum that we generated from the Team Cup, and by the month of April, we popped, I hate that word, but we advanced, better word, we advanced 48 new diamonds. 48 new diamonds in the month of between March and April because of what we did in February for the Team Cup. So guys, it is now. It is time to get these teams together, to get those lists going, to get in the right mindset to freaking kill the Team Cup, because all it's going to do is create momentum, create results, and it's going to get us moving into the right direction for summertime, which we know is another great time of our business. So are you guys with me? Is everybody going to commit to the Team Cup? I'm looking at a lot of my new coaches. They're already signed up. I've been working on this for a week and a half already. All right. Like I literally have been nonstop messaging my new coaches like, hey, are you on a new team? Hey, can I connect you to a team? Nope, already on a team. I'm like, yes, score. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you got to do it. You got to hustle right now. All right. Yay. Fantastic Five. Oh, why don't you guys put your team names in the comments? Let's see them, because some of them get really funny. And unfortunately, I had a hiccup with my team name. I'll just share. We picked Diesel Force, and then one of my diamonds messaged me. She goes, that's my team name. I'm like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. So then now we have like 2 Diesel Forces. But anyway, we're both gonna rock it, and it doesn't matter, right? It's just a friendly competition. And guess what Carl Deichler is going to do before, I'm looking at my computer because he's messaging me right now, so I don't know if he's jumping on. Carl Deichler announced today that for all diamond and below coaches, okay, one more time, diamond and below coaches, the top 20 all access pack sellers in February, diamond and below, top 20 all access pack sellers get a $1,000 payment to pimp your home gym. You get $1,000 to pimp your home gym. How crazy is that? So that's, again, diamond and below, top 20 all access challenge pack sellers. You guys, if you are in that group, Carl's going to send you $20,000, not $20,000, $1,000. Sorry. I'm like, okay, Darin is on, but he's going to send you $1,000 to pimp your home gym. How cool is that? All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to find Mr. Olien, and then we're going to change gears and give him the floor. All right, there he is. And he's unmuted, which is perfect. Darin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, there you are. I was trying to find you. So you guys scroll and find him so that you can watch him on Zoom. He's wearing a navy blue shirt. All right, Darin, what an honor to have you on our call. This is actually the second call that you do for us. The other one was amazing, and it's actually one of the top viewed videos that I have on my YouTube channel. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. You guys, Darin Olien, if you don't know him, because Darin, we do have on this call brand new coaches. We have experienced coaches that have been in the business just as long as I have on this call. So just to give those who are newer to Beachbody a little perspective on this call and why it's so important, Darin Olien is the co-creator of Shakeology as well as Ultimate Reset. So when you think about his importance in our business, it is literally unmatched, because like we were just talking about, Shakeology is such a critical component. I mean, it goes beyond that, right? Shakeology and nutrition are such a critical component for our business, and it is so critical to know how to leverage it, know how to educate people on the benefits and value of Shakeology so that our business gets better. We have more longevity of customers, as well as the ability to convert coaches who are just as passionate about this product like we are, right? So new coaches, experienced coaches, guys, take out your pads, your pens, whatever it is that you have to write, because today is going to be full of golden nuggets. What an honor it is, Darin. I know you've had a crazy busy day and you were just stuck in traffic. So I'm going to turn it over to you. We have some questions lined up. The first one is a softball. It's an easy one. We want to know who you are from your perspective, because I could read off your website, all of your accolades, everything you've done, all the countries that you've traveled. But basically, how did you get started on this super life living, being the like quote unquote Indiana Jones of superfoods, and how you got connected with Beachbody and Carl Deichler to create, or Isabel Deichler to create Shakeology?
Yeah, great. Well, thank you for allowing me to be here. Yeah, so there's a lot there for sure. If I don't go too far back, I started on this journey because I needed it. I was hurt playing college football, and ultimately wanted to educate myself so that I could get myself better. And that came from a long history in my own life of being premature and struggling and having physical problems as a result of that, which later in life informed the passion that I have. Um, so when I got hurt playing football, it was that bell that went off. I'm like, oh, I can actually learn this stuff. So I studied exercise physiology, nutrition, kinesiology in college, and then from there, I was in Minnesota at the time. So I was a son of an agricultural business professor at the University of Minnesota, and didn't realize that that was influencing my life. And how did I frickin' end up superfood hunting around the world? Uh, is a Let me answer it from this way: is continuously following a passion without necessarily knowing how it turns out, but it's amazing when you find those little things that you're passionate about. For me, I had to take care of my body that was failing and that was hurt. So I don't know about you guys, but if your body's off and it's hurting and suffering and in pain and not thriving, that's the weakest link. And you can't it's really hard to have the extraordinary life that you may be dreaming of without taking care of this precious vehicle that we have to take in life with us. So for me, as I learned about the body and as I learned about this incredible kind of miracle that we have, I was like, wow, I don't want to just drive this chemistry set around with this soul and this spirit and this passion that's in there somewhere. I don't want to be yanked around by these cells. I want to be able to give them what they need so that I can not necessarily think about my body, so that I can respond to life, so that I can, just got back from Utah snowboarding, that I can pick up a horse that fell down where I used to live, so that I can live and hike and throw my god kids around, and all of the kind of living that I wanted to do without being kind of the least the thing that's going to pull you down the first is your body that's not responding. So for me, that's kind of what started happening. Is I was born into life with a very limited ability because I was so frail and 3.5 pounds. And so that programming was for me a very vulnerable thing. So then when I started taking control of my eating and my exercise way early on in life, I was like, that's the joystick that largely I can control. And so how did I end up superfood hunting? Is that the more I learned about what was wrong in the food and supplement industry, the more I said, hey, there's a better way. So instead of just sitting back and complaining about it, I said, hey, I have to really put my thoughts into action. So I said, hey, if I really want to understand herbs and superfoods and how they work with the body, I needed to actually show up. And so I started traveling. I ended up in the Amazon. I ended up at 17,000 feet in Bhutan. I started really learning from the people and the indigenous people and the research facilities in those countries. So I had every intention of creating my own supplements because I had found things that no one has seen. And these are some of the greatest botanicals in the world. So I started formulating stuff, and had my own company, and I was just about ready to launch when this chance encounter of a guy that I just hired but was still managing this vitamin barn in Malibu, and he ran into Isabel, and she said, yeah, I think my husband, or it was boyfriend at the time, Carl, I think my boyfriend wants to do kind of a healthy version of a shake. So I'm kind of experimenting, but we need to find somebody to do that. And he said, I know just the guy. So I took a meeting with Isabel, and it was an instant. Her and I are in the same place. We have, so a little bit about me. I have dedicated my life to health and nutrition. I have dedicated my life to finding botanicals and foods that help the body thrive. And when I met Isabel, it was this kinship that we had. And so when I met Carl, for all you new coaches, I had turned down big companies before because no one really did it right. They always kind of would. I think there's someone on the line. I can hear somebody. But, anyway, so when I met Carl, I was kind of a little skeptical, but I really I met Isabel, and I was like, holy cow. And so when Carl said, listen, I don't want to get in your way. I want you to formulate this thing, this shake, this idea that we have, and not worry about the cost. Let me worry about the cost. And I was like, really? Because this stuff it's expensive, and it's expensive because you have to travel around and you have to make sure it's right and the quality, and you can't compromise on this stuff. So Carl in that moment made a deal with Isabel and I that he wouldn't allow the quality to go down. And so I was like, he said, I want to affect the lives of hundreds and thousands of people. And I said, hey, from what I know and what I've seen to what you are doing, I'm in. So that started the journey. So they said, go formulate this Shakeology. So I sat down and said, hey, what is it that the majority of people need? They need some of the greatest nutrient dense foods in the world. They need foods that have more nutrients compared to a piece of bread, right? So we, as people in the United States and around the world, because they're adopting our monocropping and overproduction of food, we have a lack of nutrients in the soil. We have a lack of nutrients in our food, and I'm even talking organic. We haven't grown sustainably in our food production. And of course, turn on the television and you can get an ad for McDonald's or KFC and buy a bunch of bulk food for really cheap. But here's the thing, we're lacking the nutrients that the body can receive and the body needs to thrive. On top of it, we're getting this toxic load. And so when you add those things up, it's inevitable that you will have the top 3, 4, 5 causes of death in the United States largely created chronically over time, chronically by choices that are made up over time by individuals. And this culture that we've somehow painfully made okay is simply not okay. So what can I do? What can we do to deliver more nutrients and the easy question was, well, go find them, go gather them, go bring those nutrients back. And so that's the beauty of Shakeology. It was such a labor of love between myself, Isabel, and Carl, that I took it on with a lot of responsibility, because I wasn't formulating it for me. I was formulating it for a massive population of people that are not exposed to the same things I'm exposed to, that don't have the luxury of traveling to 40 different countries and eating and exposing themselves to some of the greatest foods in the world. So how the hell can we make that pretty bag? How can we get those nutrients in that bag to deliver what it is that they've been touted to do, and also they've been used and studied for tens of thousands of years. So that journey became this formula that is largely these equal parts of 60 plus ingredients are a careful blend of nutrients that together make a greater nutrient contribution than anything we've ever seen. And that's the beauty. And then how do we make it taste good so that people can really get those nutrients without having the barrier of some of those astringent, strong botanicals? And that was the art of how do you make it taste good without putting chemicals in it. And so, 2 years of formulation was, I have a perfectionism around making sure that things are right. And so in the beginning, that was how it started. And now you have to understand that we spend millions of dollars. And this is some of those qualities that take us and put us way above most companies in the industry. And you can't get by turning around and looking a label on the back of a bag. We send our own teams out to all these places to make sure and test each ingredient, to make sure, A, it has the compounds, the micronutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants, the phytonutrients, that it has those aspects and that quality that is supposed to have in that plant. Because believe me, the industry doesn't operate that way. They just pass around kind of tested material and you get very poor quality. So we send our team of people looking with our eyes and making sure that the qualities are potent. At the same time, we're making sure that it's not exposed to all kinds of toxins. So that's a massive undertaking for Beachbody, and something that we hold, very sacred. So anyway, that's a little riff on that somewhat easy but very complicated answer question.
Well, every time I said, okay, I'm going to ask him this question, you would answer it. So thank you for that. The comments are really funny too. I mean, listen, we cannot appreciate the work that you've done over the years that led you to Beachbody to then have created this amazing product that we cherish. We literally cherish this thing every single day. And, it's one of those things that, yes, there's a business attached to it, but would I drink it if there wasn't? And the answer resoundingly is absolutely, positively, I need this in my life. So number one, thank you for the work that you put into this. Now, I kind of mentioned this when we were chatting about this call, and something that we realized as a business happened last year, which then caused some things in our business that were probably not expected, but did occur, and we're trying to correct. One of those things is, I think last year we got caught up in just selling the 21-day fix and this kind of quick fix. We bred this quick fix mentality. I know I fell into that just to, sell a challenge pack and whatnot, and it caught up to us. And this year in December, we, to our team, decided we were going to change. We were going to do stuff different. And we were going to get good at customer retention on Shakeology. So we created a theme for this year called Results Matter, and to trust the process. And even if it requires you to slow down in your business, in the end, in the long run, it's going to benefit everybody, right? The customer, obviously, and the coach, obviously. So I wanted to ask you, if you were a coach and not the creator of Shakeology, but knowing everything you know about Shakeology, and someone, let's say, gets on the phone with you and says, Darin, I just want to lose 10 pounds. What's up with that shake, that protein shake that you're drinking? I've heard some stuff. I know, this, that, and the other. I want to buy a challenge pack, but then I'm going to cancel my Shakeology. What would you do to combat that person and their mindset in this whole journey?
Well, I would say, just like you were alluding to, health is not fast. It's not quick. It never will be. And anyone buying into any fad that if you do this and that, your belly's going to be fat tomorrow or flat tomorrow, and you'll lose weight in a week, it doesn't happen. Health is created one choice at a time. So, you know how they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away? You know why they say that? Is because it's whole food, and an apple has got 300 kind of compounds that help your body thrive. So the point to that statement is that every day, by doing something that's in the trajectory of you feeling good and is good for your health, you will be healthy. The seat that you're sitting in right now is the amalgamation, is the summation of all the choices you've made in your life right now, right? So you have created your future now, right? And everything you choose now is going to create your chair that you sit in tomorrow. So with something like Shakeology is a delivery system of some of the greatest botanicals in the world. It is delivering these micronutrient baths for your cells and for your body to thrive. So it's as silly as saying, I'm only going to eat an apple and expect to be, I'm going to eat an apple a month and expect to be healthy, and then I'm going to eat whatever I want and eat crap for the rest of my life. So Shakeology was literally created so that it was safe, effective, and powerful to deliver these nutrients on a daily basis. It is not meant to go, I'm going to take this, I'm going to be stimulated out of my brain, my whole life's going to be different with one drink. That's not what it is. This is my education to you, is look up one ingredient. Look up one ingredient and see the beneficial compounds that it has. They have long history. Take for example, Schizandra. It's one of the adaptogens in Shakeology, dealing with the helping the immune system, reducing stress in the body. One of the strongest plants from the traditional Chinese medicine that has been used in the dynasty of China for over 10,000 years. One ingredient, that's one. And every one has a journey that it came through to get there, to get to that bag, and also is filled with this delivery and this nutrients that the body needs. So I would say this, that Shakeology happens to be this pretty bag that is the greatest, easy, convenient delivery system of botanicals that come from everywhere, right? So that you can benefit on a daily basis, so that you can sit in the comfort of your home and have a shake that tastes good, that has teams and teams of people and passionate people like myself and Carl and Isabel and all the people at Beachbody, that we have dedicated our lives to making sure that shake is not just something to bloody sell, that it's literally something in our crazy world. It is a modern day delivery of nutrients that we absolutely need. We absolutely need, because we're starved of nutrients just because of our modern day, because of our stress levels that we've never seen in our existence of humanity. Every time you're stressed, you need more nutrients. So if are already not getting enough nutrients, stressed on top of it, then you need more. And not having this ability and this choice to have superfoods is just largely a prescription for pain and suffering and potentially chronic disease in the future. So I'm not saying like take this and all your problems go away, because I'm not responsible for every other choice you're making. I'm not responsible for, are you drinking water? Are you dehydrated? Are you stressed? What are you doing for the other meals are you eating? So it's not like, again, I don't want to make Shakeology into a magic bullet, because it's not a bullet. It's a magic choice that, if taken over time, will benefit you, period. Now, it could benefit you with energy. It could benefit your sister with weight loss faster than you. It could benefit your digestion. Who knows? But we all require something. And so this is a proven and tested and well thought out formulation that, again, is so bloody convenient to consume that has never really been done till now. And again, it's not just this product that's passed around. This is something that we have relationships to these farmers. We are helping the lives of people in other countries. We have science teams and research and development teams and R&D teams and quality assurance teams, all to make sure that what's in that bag is in that bag. So anyway, I know that's a very long answer to your question, but there's a bunch of nuggets in there that I think that people can truly understand. And, you know, I guess on top of that too, let me just point out a couple things that Shakeology is not, right? So again, I just want to reiterate, it's not a magic bullet. So again, get rid of this bad idea. If you're not someone, and that's what I love about coaching and about Beachbody, is it's not about fixing your life in a lottery kind of point of view. It's not about getting you somewhere infinitely perfect in 10 days. This is about setting you on a course that can help you with exercise. This can help you with your monetary needs. It's a part of our society. We need it to be sustainable. And it's a part of our nutrient delivery that our body absolutely requires. So this kind of thing is designed to combat the fad idea and to go, this is a long-term play, because I don't know about you guys, but last year was like that. And it is already at the end of January. It is cruising. Can you imagine doing something, whether you're taking more water in, drinking Shakeology, eating more salads, all of those little things, that if you add those things up and then you crank that up in the next 325 days, what do you think your life's going to be like? Can you see that difference? Can you start to perceive what that's like? And that's what we're saying with Shakeology, is that you have to look at this as, hey, do your homework, listen to someone like me, and then do your homework, learn, because this is your body and this is your business, right? And the other thing is, this is also, Shakeology is what it is not. It is not full of artificial colors and sweeteners and flavors and preservatives. We busted our ass and I had verbal fights with flavor companies because they were sliding in ingredients that I told them that is unacceptable. And so we have fought to make sure that Shakeology is safe. Zero GMO ingredients. We test our things. No soy and corn and canola and all of that stuff. And it also, what it is not cheap. And what I mean by that is if I took you through an ingredient, if I took you through the journey of an ingredient, I'm going to try to make this available for the coaches and stuff, and I have ideas of doing a video on this too, but a journey of one ingredient from a mountaintop in the sovereign area of Tibet makes its way, you discover it, you find the group of people that can collect it, you test it, you go into the facility that can process it, you test them, you audit them, you test the product after it's processed, you correct anything it needs, you ship it to the United States, you then test it again to the facility that it shows up at, and then it gets into a preliminary mixing process, then you test it again, and then it goes into the full testing area to make the full alchemy of Shakeology, and then test it again, put in a bag, and ship to you. That's one ingredient. Okay, I went through it really fast, but I wanted to give you an idea. It's not cheap because this stuff is phenomenal. These botanicals and these foods and these ingredients come from small villages, small farmers, all over the world, right? And this is something for me that every ingredient has a family connected to it for me and has a story connected to it. And potentially, I don't want to get myself in trouble with Beachbody Legal and all of that stuff, but has the potential of changing not only the lives that you're sharing to your customers, but potentially those ingredients are changing the lives of the farmers and the collectors and the wild harvesters around the world. So this is a story I'm definitely going to push to tell, but this is real. This is what's going on, and this is part of Shakeology. So I just want to get, like, when people balk at the cost, then just do a little education on it. Do a little work and know that it's like I was going to use the apple analogy. The apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, imagine that's an apple. Can you imagine we have literally from traditional Chinese medicine to Ayurveda to cultural medicines in the Amazon, we have things that we're using that are like an apple on steroids. They're so packed, right? So these are the things that we're using and choosing so that we can get to you. Ultimately, my commitment, aside from Beachbody, aside from me trying to promote Shakeology, which I'm not, I have dedicated my life so that you, my mother, my brother, people in the Midwest and East Coast, West Coast, and everyone in between, and ultimately the world, has the potential of getting plants that can create and generate a tremendous amount of healing and thriving. And guess what happens when your body has the nutrition that it needs? You have less stress, you sleep well, your libido goes up, weight naturally falls off. These are the things that happen when you take care of yourself. Again, taking care of yourself is more than Shakeology. Shakeology is a massive tool in a toolbox, but you have to drink water. You have to sleep well. You have to move your body. You have to be connected to other passionate people. That is the core of thriving and longevity. So again, this Shakeology for me goes so far beyond just talking about ingredients, which I love to do, by the way. But it's a dimensional thing that really is is a catalyst for kickstarting and kind of missing link to what we're not getting. So anyway, that's my 20-minute riff there.
I could have said, oh, can you combat the price objections? But clearly you took care of that. You pretty much took care of all the objections and had a great response to everything. If you guys didn't take notes, I have a page back and forth of notes so far on this call, and that it's outrageous. I mean, all the nuggets that you're getting to educate, and I love how you kind of empowered us to educate, because sometimes we back off and we're like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, and we don't take that step to really say, no, you need this, and this is why. And
you're an advocate, and if you listen, this is the responsibility of us, and it's the care that we have for human beings, and this is where, for me, I've healed myself, set myself up to be strong and thrive and have so much passion and energy that is my duty to share this. It is my deep, heartfelt obligation. And that's the thing. That's the greatest thing we can possibly do is you can't control people. Yeah. You can't choose for them. You can only lead by your example, and then keep moving. Keep moving. Don't be slowed down by friends or family that don't get it and they don't understand. It's irrelevant, because the time you're wasting on them when they've already made the decision is the time that you're not allowing for the next person that needs to meet you and needs to share this stuff. And that's the thing. Again, I would, if I were you, I would never sell this stuff, ever. I would learn, consume, experience, and share from your heart, and get to know people. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And everyone always asks me advice all the time, but I will never give it unless they ask for it. And that's just, you're asking me a question, I'm going to share with you. But if you're not going to ask a question, and if you're not going to inquire, or I'm not going to ask a question to at least get to know you, then it's just kind of, and now you turn into a salesperson, and that's not what this is. This is freaking incredible. It really is. I mean, we put this stuff together, adaptogens, complex proteins, thousands of compounds, enzymes, prebiotics, probiotics, all of these things together, we have brought together so that they can do their thing, right? So they can, I mean, it's a special thing, and it is really beyond. So I really want to make this point that Shakeology is a catalyst. I can't even name the people, because some of the top athletes in the world come to me and they want private instruction, and hey, I'm on a basketball court and I'm swelling, I can't recover. I'm on a tennis court, blah, blah, blah. All these people come, and unfortunately, there's a lot of great athletes that I say the same thing. Make sure your foundation is there, and make sure you're taking care of yourself. And I never have sold Shakeology, and they all drink it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, they ask me, they know where I come from. They know I've dedicated my life. I'm not messing around. Come to my house. I just did this podcast on Rich Roll. If you guys want 2 hours of some very interesting information, go to richroll.com, and we just had this amazing podcast. And you start to get a glimpse as to the dimensions of which I'm dedicated. And Shakeology is, it's a special thing to deliver on many promises that these botanicals have, and the synergy between us and food is a beautiful thing. And those are, food is thy medicine. And we have gotten away from powerful plants. And again, doing that over time will create crazy and amazing results.
Yes. All right. Well, you guys, I don't know about you, but I feel like I need to go drink a shake. Darin, I may just put you on the spot here and say that maybe in like 3 or 4 months we can invite you back, because it is getting late, and I know in California you still have a whole night ahead of you, to answer some of the other questions that we have, because there are some that I think are worth kind of going through with you. Obviously, some of them are dealing with like cancer and drinking Shakeology and the rise in thyroid disease, which I don't know if you can, from a legal perspective, kind of opine on, Shakeology and that. I don't know if you wanted to address it quickly. I don't know. But then I wanted to ask you a few questions about some of the future products. And I know we have a new Shakeology flavor coming out this year. Whether you can talk at all about that, and when start, basically how long has it been in production? And we heard that there's also a new nutritional product coming out this year, and whether you are involved with that. Because every time the name Darin Olien is attached to one of our products, we get very excited. So if you can just kind of touch on that before you go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so there definitely is some flavor action happening. You will not be disappointed, for sure. That it's actually been in development for a while, a couple years, at least, maybe a year and a half, at least, maybe even 2 years, because it's just tricky. Formulation is a tricky thing, and we're at such a volume when we make a new formula that we have to be ready to kind of house all the ingredients. So it's not like it used to be. Yeah, I mean, I indirectly are involved with a lot of formulation activity. If it were up to me, I have so many formulas in my head that I would be kicking out formulas every week. But for me, I'm going deeper on some of the ingredients. I'm looking at new ones always. And I took some trips to Brazil. So we opened up a big Pandora's box in the Savannah and the Cerrado in Brazil, which is a largely understood area in Brazil. So to answer your question, yes, I do have a lot of activity in some of the formulations, and I also am spending a lot of time deepening the relationships of the ingredients and always looking for new ones. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, maybe in the next 3 or 4 months you can join us again. I think maybe that call we can also dig into Ultimate Reset, which is a program that a lot of us have done, but to hear the why behind that, I think will be very powerful for a lot of newer coaches. So I'd love to explore that with you.
And I would just say on that before you go, I would say probably single-handedly the most powerful product for that time period in Beachbody. It is unbelievable, the Ultimate Reset.
I agree with that 100%. I'm doing it again this year. I did it last year, and it's absolutely amazing. Everyone needs to do it and put it on your calendar and get it done, because it is phenomenal. You'll never feel better than when you're doing Ultimate Reset. So thank you for that product. But for tonight, thank you, Darin. I really appreciate your time. I think there was a lot of aha moments on this call from even us old dogs in the business, of how much you kind of, speaking from my personal experience, you kind of take it for granted, right? We've had it for 6.5 years. I was around when it was just chocolate and greenberry, and I was forced to drink greenberry because I don't like chocolate. And I still made it happen because I really, really I have a deep and powerful Shakeology story. My whole Beachbody business started because I connected with this product, and it changed my life. It absolutely changed my life, and it still does to this day. So to all you guys on this call, connect to these products and develop your story, because all of us have a different and very powerful story that we need to share. So thank you, Darin, for your time, for your work, for your life's mission. Without it, we wouldn't be here and thriving both in nutrition and business. So we thank you. You guys, team, stay on because I have some announcements to make. But Darin, if you want to jump off, you are more than welcome. And I appreciate you endlessly.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Bye. All right, guys. What did you guys think about that? Holy, oh my God. Yeah, pretty freaking amazing. And I will get him back on, and we will do more. I know there were some really good questions on cancer and hormones and thyroid, as well as I want to know when the next clinical trial is going to happen. There's a lot of things that are outstanding. We'll get that covered. We'll get it done. He is very giving of his time. And so we'll definitely schedule that. But let's go back and let's do some team stuff. Let's talk about the team. We were talking before Darin came on about Team Cup and the importance of registering for the Team Cup and getting you guys rallied around this amazing event in February that literally can change your business. I want to have next week, I'm going to ask her to come on. I haven't yet, so if she's on, she's like, oh, great. Tara, one of my PS coaches who literally was dormant in the business completely, wouldn't even speak to me until August of last year when the Team Cup came around, and she messaged me and I was so shocked. She goes, should I join? And I said, yes. And she said, but I don't have time and I have 3 kids and I'm a single mom and I work and blah, 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 blah. And I told her, put your big girl panties on and just do it. In 2 months after that, well, she hit like SC 30 something during the Team Cup. 2 months later was a diamond coach. She is almost a team leader. She has about 4 or 5 emeralds in her downline already. The momentum caused by the Team Cup in August of last year changed her business. She's already thinking big about Beachbody and this year, and that can happen to you. So Team Cup, yes? Yes? Okay. Second, very exciting. We talked about what happened after the Team Cup in 2015 when we had 48 diamonds advance. I know there's some elite coaches that came from that group that advanced to diamond during that time. Well, we're bringing it back. The Push 3 is coming back in February of 2017. We have compiled all of Diesel Nation's top coaches, all of our elite premier leaders who are rocking their business, and we are going to do a 6-week push to diamond with an emphasis on the leadership ladder and building to team builder and team leader. But catch this, there's going to be a buy-in. We're bringing back the buy-in. There will be a $20 buy-in for this training group. It's going to be an amazing group. The value of that you're going to get from that $20 will be unmatched. So many people learn this business in these focused training groups, so it will be 100% worth it for you to put skin in the game. If you are a coach, an Emerald coach, or a Ruby coach, there will be an FAQ, okay? So don't ask me questions right now. There'll be an FAQ spelling this all out. But this is, if you have a goal of advancing to diamond, this is it, you guys. You have to register for this training group. $20 buy-in gets you in. You're in charge of doing the work. You're in charge of getting up to date on the trainings. You're in charge of obviously hitting Success Hub and sponsoring coaches into your business. But if you satisfy the requirements that we have of advancing to diamond during the training group or on the last day of the training group, that $20 pot that we're going to compile, which by the way in 2015 reached like a gazillion dollars, it really was huge. We're splitting that amongst every qualified diamond in the group. It could be $200, it could be $1,000, who knows? But if you accomplish your goal of diamond with, there's going to be, you got to read the FAQ, there's going to be some requirements that you need to fulfill. you get a piece of this pot. If I don't know what is more exciting than that, like, it's insane, you guys. So everybody that wants to accomplish this goal early in the year, you must participate in the push 3. Are you ready? Yes. Information is going to be pushed out between tomorrow and Wednesday. You're going to have an FAQ. You're going to have a sign-up link. You're going to be able to sign up during the application process to pay your $20, and it'll direct you right into the Facebook group. It's going to be kick-ass. It's going to be full of rockstar coaches that are going to help you grow your business, okay? So I hope to see a ton of Diesel Nation coaches pushing. You guys, we got to start planning summits. You know, if you want to go to Summit as a diamond or star diamond coach, this is it. You got to put skin in the game. You got to get it done, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2, the Elite Mastermind Group. So leaders on the call, diamond leaders that are on the call, the deadline to achieve diamond or regain diamond to get included into the Elite Mastermind Group is February 2nd. Coaches who aren't aware of what I'm talking about are like, huh? I've teamed up with Melanie Mitchell, top coach, Bonnie Engel, number 2 coach, Alyssa Schumacher, 2-time top 10 coach, Miguel Carrasco, top coach in Canada, and Andrea Crowder, who's like my spiritual gangster BFF, have teamed up to create an elite mastermind to get all diamond level and above coaches to elites in 2017. So the deadline to regain, achieve, to get into the Elite Mastermind Group is February 2nd. I expect everybody's working towards that so that we can have a record number of life-changing advancements to Elite in this year, okay? So that's 1. And then lastly, I know it's getting late and I see people yawning. Kelly, I just got you yawning. I'm kidding, is our retreat this year. So Becky and I put our heads together and we decided to change things up. Traditionally, we've headed to the Keys and had a fun weekend with our diamond coaches, and it's been a good time. But we decided we're going to change it up and we're going to include more people. So this is what we're doing this year. All team leaders and above, right? Team leader on the leadership ladder. If you haven't realized by now, you need to focus on the leadership ladder, right? You guys need to focus on it. It's how you grow your income and your team. All team leaders and above are invited to come with us to Orlando on May 21st through 24th to attend the Entre Leadership Summit, Dave Ramsey's Entre Leadership Summit. There is a big investment in this, but Becky and I are going to put into a pot $20,000, and that $20,000 is going to be split by all the Diesel Nation coaches that attend the retreat, okay? We're investing into you, and you have to invest back into your business to attend this life-changing retreat. It's going to be retreat / personal development business session. Guest speakers include, you have to check this out. It's like Dave Ramsey, of course, John C. Maxwell, Lou Holtz, Chris Hogan, Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank. Who else? Other the craziness. I know Maxwell. I know. I could just sit there and listen to him all day long. In the downtimes, we have Diesel Nation has private breakout rooms so that we can digest. We're gonna have private coaching from the Dave Ramsey organization. Like, this is going to be huge. So the cost of attending without the $20,000 contribution, it's an investment. It's $2,950. So $2,950. It is in Orlando. It is an investment, but I will tell you that all these events, these personal development events, and I'm staring at Mindy Horde right now, who clearly has made her business around these live PD events. They are life-changing. The first one I attended because of Mindy was Danny Johnson, and from there I've attended, Tony Robbins events, and they just change your mindset. They grow your mindset. They expand your mind from, I gotta hit Success Hub to, I gotta build this dream, right? It's like this shift that is worth every single penny of investment into your business. So whether you need to start saving, I mean, we by, I would say March, we have to have our final lists in. So team leader and above, obviously that means you're a diamond coach. and team leader in the leadership ladder, you are invited. It was posted today in Diesel Nation Diamonds page, and I will start a Google Doc to include anyone that wants to attend with us. I've also invited outside of Diesel Nation leaders, so like Liz Hartley's going to be there, probably Shay Stanford's going to be there, and we're going to be able to use them on the downtimes to have outside expertise in our business there as well. So this is going to be a pretty like big time game changing event for us. So you are absolutely invited to go. And that's it. It's late. This was an amazing call. I will tell you that the recording will be up. I'll try to get it up right now. Obviously, not the very beginning and not the very end of this call, but that middle part with Darin Olien is one that I would send to customers. It is one that and they're going to be listening to this because I'm talking, I'm recording, it doesn't matter. I'm going to post this in my health bet group and my challenge groups. I'm going to share what Darin Olien has to say about Shakeology. It's important that we educate. We have to be bold in our ability to educate our customers as to the value of Shakeology. So if you're with me, I'm in. Are you in? Yeah? All right, guys, let's go rock. The end of January, hit Success Club, right? You got to hit Success Club, and then let's rock the Team Cup. Talk to you later. Love you. Mwah. Bye.